What is going on, everybody? Welcome to our podcast, Don't Stop Beleafing, where we talk all about the Leafs all the time to anyone who will listen. This is Season 2, Episode 14 of our podcast. Right before the Olympics, we got some games to talk about. I'm your host, Nolan Drinkwalter. This is my co-host, Jack Prinz, king of staying on the ice the whole time and not changing when you should be changing because, hey, there's other players that want to play. Prinz, how's it going, buddy?
I'm a hero, okay? Let's just start with
Beer
that.
League hero right here.
I am a hero. And, unsolicited, they're like, hey, Jack, do you want to change? I'm like, no, I don't want to change.
You're just waving off the changes. No,
they're like calling me off. I'm like, no. Good one, guys. Good one. They're like, no,
guys
like
are trying
seriously,
to push you to the bench and you're swimming off them. No.
They're like purposely trying to get me to take a penalty so I can get off the ice. They're like, ref, just give him a penalty for anything. We just need him off the ice. We can't. I'm like, nobody's getting me off this ice. Even when the Zamboni comes
60-minute
on.
shifts for Jack.
Even when the Zamboni came on, I was like, I'm not getting off this ice. I'm playing the next game too.
I'll even drive the Zamboni if I have to.
Oh, man. Yeah, so for context, I just came back from a beer league game, and we were short players. So I just said, guys, 3D, I got this. That way my other D partners could just make regular changes. I think I took I went to the bench 3 times. That was it. Once in the first, once in the second, once in the third.
So were you on for all of the goals then? Both your side and their side?
Yeah.
Wow. So you're just a +1 in the game.
Yeah. Still a plus.
True.
And we got the win.
Better than any Leafs defenseman I know.
Thanks, man. Maybe they can hire me for a contract. I got the stamina now.
Yeah, you'll be the minute eater, playing 30 minutes a night.
Yeah, it was good actually. Monday, our shinny, we were short guys there too, so we only had 6 on a side, so we were playing 4-on-4. So I got lots of ice there, and then lots of ice tonight. So cardio, getting better.
Cardio is a good thing to have. I need to start doing cardio. I'm more just lifting weights, which is probably
it's
not
not
ideal.
ideal.
In there, I know.
I just hate it when I climb a set of stairs and I get to the top and I'm out of breath.
You're winded.
Yeah. Give me a sec.
Well, I do play volleyball once a week, so that's some cardio at least, but there's not as much as you think.
Yeah.
Long points, I get tired.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So, anyway, we won. Got the dub. Feeling good.
That's all that matters.
Just like
Who cares
the
about
Leafs.
everybody else's feelings? It's all about the win.
Yeah, how are you? What's up?
Not too much, man. Just came from we had a tournament last weekend, another clever tournament where we were convening it, and that drains me every weekend. So just trying to get back on track of just being back to normal. Usually I get sick after these tournaments too, and I actually haven't got sick, so I'm happy about that right now.
Same, I usually get sick too. And
so knock on wood here.
The first night though, on Sunday, I woke up and I was sniffling. I'm like, oh no, here we go. But then it kind of went away. So that's good.
I got home at 4:30, slept for 3 hours. As soon as I got home. Yeah.
You know what time I was in bed?
8?
I was in bed at 9, and I think I was asleep by 9:30.
Whoa, that's like the earliest I've ever heard for you.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I woke up in the morning at 6:30 or 6:30, and I felt pretty good.
And you're like, I'm gonna become my dad and just go to bed early.
No, I can't do that lifestyle.
It'd be way too hard, man.
Not with a social life. You can do it with no social life. Like, he doesn't leave the house. So.
Fair enough. Well, I hope he's ready for Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah,
when we invade his space.
Yeah, he's ready. He was calling me today, and he's all, how many people do you invite to this thing? I'm like, what do you mean? I just invited Nolan. That's it. Like, we haven't done a big party since like Mom got sick, and it's just like, and he's like, he woke up that morning, got it in his head that I invited all my friends,
and he was like pissed,
and he was pissed at me, and he was talking to me like I was in trouble, and I was like, you can't talk to me that way. I've done nothing here.
It's like the same people I invited last year.
And he's like, we only did that one. Because I was like, it's pretty well the same thing every year. And he's like, that was only last year. And I'm like, okay, 1 year. But I'm like, I'm not just going to invite all my friends and not tell you. And then I might not even be there myself.
I would love it if like 30 people showed up.
They listen to the pod.
Yeah.
And decide to show up at my parents' house. That'd be great.
Give out the address, Jack. What's the address again?
Yeah. It's 467 Evergreen Terrace.
123 Fake Street.
It's got to be 555 Evergreen Terrace. That's got to be a fake. It's actually the address. Oh man, yeah. So that was pretty funny. I'm just like, no, like only Noel and Nolan's dad are coming, and they're just like,
and I'm making nachos.
Oh, you're making that?
I made it last year.
Don't you make the dip?
No, I make nachos every year, man.
Oh,
famous
nice.
nachos.
Even
ESPN's talking about it.
Yeah, I heard Sports Illustrated's talking about it.
They're calling them the best nachos in the world.
Yeah, Nolan does make really good nachos. So thanks, everybody listening, it's a real treat. I'll be missing them this year.
And I only do it once. You're not coming?
No,
I
gotta go back to Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's just your parents and my dad, me.
Yeah, Lucy, Sammy, Halton.
Oh, gross. All right, if we have to.
Yeah, you'll have fun.
No, I will always have fun there. Anyways, let's get into Leafs talk. Big story of the week. Actually, I'm switching the big story of the week because...
Right now?
Right in the middle of it.
You just decide?
I am deciding. Stolarz gets his first win back in the net. And he played amazing against Edmonton, where he had 34 saves on 36 shots. He had a 944 save percentage. He had like 3 10-bell saves.
And punched a guy in the head.
And, and stood up to Mangiapane and punched him in the head. OEL came in and punched him in the head too. And it was just offsetting minors. So, right there. Leafs kind of got away with one there. It should have been an extra 2 for the Leafs.
For sure.
It was so stupid. But the reason why that happened, Mangiapane was being a prick all before that. Cross-checking people, pushing people around. And they decided to like snow the goalie and bump him. So it was just kind of like a tipping point. He's just being a dick.
Yeah.
So yeah. I understand why they did it, but it should have been extra 2 minutes.
100%. But I was happy with it. I loved it. I love seeing the fire under Stolarz. He's just back to his regular self and defending his own crease because I guess we didn't.
No, yeah. And like there was a couple of really good east to west saves that he made.
Yeah.
So apparently he was out with like a nerve. It was like a nerve injury. I don't know exactly what part of his body was. He just says it was his nerves, some nerve. And I don't know how you heal from that or what you do exactly. Is it just rest? Probably.
I guess sometimes, and then sometimes it's about stretching and just kind of because if it's like an impingement, sometimes the muscles get too tight around joints and stuff, and they impinge the nerves, kind of like what happens with sciatic nerve system. So when the muscles are too tight, they start pinching the nerve, and then you start getting the shooting pains. And so like a lot of stretching and muscle workout as well around the joint too, and then hopefully you can relieve some of that nerve. But again, sometimes you can't really do much, and I don't really know what you would do other than rest, or maybe they send like kind of like nerve blockers, like things to just kind of dull the nerves, I guess.
Yeah,
like
I guess maybe that's why there wasn't a timeline for him, or there was like it was always some setbacks, and you never knew what was happening with him because they couldn't tell when it was. It would
just flare up.
Yeah,
and then like maybe make some progress, and then it just flare up again. And they probably were trying to figure out what makes it flare up. I don't know.
But last night he looked back to his regular form. He had 2 games already before against Vegas and Seattle. He did not look good in those games, or he looked rusty for sure.
Yeah.
But this one, like a lot more fluid. His east-west movement was insane. Like he robbed Draisaitl on a one-timer across the crease, which was amazing. He robbed Hyman on the same kind of deal on the power when they were on the penalty kill, and that's what you want to see. And it's amazing that if he's like that when they come out of the break, and some other players, which we'll get to, if the break could do something. This is where my hope's coming from. It's like there's players who are down. Like we got Nyes who's has an injury that needs to be that needs time to heal. JT's probably exhausted. If he has that time, he can come back stronger than ever. The defensemen, who cares? They suck. But like these players, if they need some time, and like Austin Matthews going to the Olympics, Nylander going to the Olympics, Nylander's looking hot. So if they play amazing at the Olympics, they come back, they ride that out. Or OEL, the same with Sweden as well.
Yeah, well, like you said to me, this will be a hopeful podcast, which I didn't think you'd say that, because I think your prediction before going into this break was what, they go 5-4-1 or something like that in order to not, or 5-0. And
Yeah.
you said if they go like 500,
they were 3-2, like you said.
Yeah, and you said at that point we're sellers.
I still think we're sellers. We are sellers.
As per Elliot Friedman today, we are sellers, even if after the winter break we do well.
Good. I think we should be sellers.
So I think we're selling the fort. Well, it makes sense to sell, because why are we trying to give Boston a good draft pick?
Even if we sell, that means we're going to lose more. That's like in theory, anyways. We lose more, and then you drop in the standings, and they will get a better draft pick.
Not if we come bottom 5.
I don't think there's no chance we're going to tank below Chicago, Chicago, Winnipeg, the other bottom teams that are down there, Vancouver. Like, there's no way. We're not.
You don't think so?
That not the point difference is way too much.
Really?
Yeah,
they're that bad.
Yeah, they're like over 10 games below 500. We're above 500.
Dude, what a stupid. There's a discussion about this. I forget who was talking. Might have been like O-Dogs. Anyway, they were just talking about the trade and how the Leafs just got lazy with it. And I think if they said to Boston 8 or top 10,
I don't know why it wasn't top 10.
Like, you think Boston would have walked away from that deal? Probably not. It's not that big. Like, it's kind of like a minor stipulation. Like, they were already getting Fraser Minten and a first overall. And it's
Brandon
like
Carlo.
If you, yeah, exactly, with a lot of cap retained, but still, you probably could have got top 10. Like, how did it get to 5?
Yeah, I don't understand that either.
Or did they just get trigger happy when Boston asked for 5 and Fraser Minten? They're like, yeah.
So I'm guessing it was because I think what he was saying, Tree Living was saying last deadline, is he spent a lot of time trying to get Rantanen. And that was most of the trade deadline, was him trying to make that deal happen. And when he couldn't get it through, I think he panicked, and the Scott Laughton and the Carlo deal happened.
It's kind of like 2 years ago when the Jays got caught up on what's his face, that Ohtani, and they had no time after that to really come up with a strategy, because they went all in on Ohtani. And it's like, well, shit, guys, And
like, you need a plan B. And what I don't understand is Boston also is trading Marchand. How do you not get Marchand and Carlo together? How do you not package that? Because what Marchand went for, what, a third? A conditional second that turned into a first because they won the cup. But like, that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah, we would have loved to have that guy. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, it's just frustrating seeing the situation we're in, and that we're basically going to help Boston, because, like you said, I don't think we're getting below bottom 5.
This has shades of like the Kessel trade all over again.
Where
they got Tyler Seguin.
Yeah, and then shades of also Justin Pogge to Rask.
Oh my God, yeah.
Or Raycroft.
Why do we even trade with Boston?
Why do we trade with Boston? They win every time.
Yeah, every time. And actually, I had this later on, but Fraser Minten was January's Rookie of the Month with 13 points in 14 games.
Unreal.
Yeah. This kid is looking good. I always said I knew he wasn't a top, or his ceiling wasn't a third line center. I knew it was higher than that, because he's smart and he works hard.
Smart, great guy, and works hard, like you said. So everything that you want to be a team guy that's going to work hard, young, learn from other players, going to keep
Mm-hmm.
growing.
Like, as soon as Boston said they want him, red flag. Don't give him to Boston.
Yeah, it's like, okay, maybe we should keep this guy. If would you have traded Cowan instead?
No. I want both of them. I want a younger team.
Yeah.
Me too, I know in hindsight's 2020. So maybe in the moment I'd be like, yeah, trade Cowan. But
yeah,
I think I'd want Marchand and Carlo in a package deal. You grab both. You needed a forward.
It was such. Anyway, coulda, woulda, shouldas. We didn't. Anyway, here we are, and we're looking in a sell position. Probably say bye to Bobby McMahon, among others. Maybe OEL too, because his trade value is so hot right now. Hot.
Yeah. Right now. He's so hot right now. So we might as well get to. So we're gonna be sellers. The trade rumor for McMahon right now is to the Oilers.
Mm-hmm. That's really gaining speed. They wanted to get it done before the freeze on the Olympic break.
Yeah, it happened today at 3 p.m. and then nothing happened. But what I would like from Edmonton, I don't know if this is too rich of a deal, but that Savoy kid that's there.
I thought you were going to say McDavid 1-for-1.
Yeah, McMatthews for McDavid.
Try to disguise his name as McMatthews so they think it's Matthews.
Who says no? Who says no? Actually, you know what? We'll take McDavid and Draisaitl for McMahon. And we'll throw in Domi to make the cap work.
I just don't think they're going to give up Savoy, dude.
You don't think so?
He's like a hot prospect coming up.
I know, but I'm not like. And then trading McMahon, trading maybe someone else in the forward group, like Mitch. No, I actually probably would want to keep Mitchell. He's a younger guy. Maybe like trading Domi, trading like someone on the third line, like Robertson, maybe. I don't know. And then I think
Michelle's a better Domi. Do you agree?
Yeah, I do. He's especially when he's heating up right now.
He's heating up now, and like I think that guy's got a lot of potential, and he's starting to come out and kind of show.
The thing is, though, Domi, his stuff, like where he's good, like where his worth is, it's in the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's the exact player you want in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know, a little dog.
Yeah, and someone has fire, someone who can score points, and so like. Well, it'd be nice if he had defense, but but like, he has the fire and he can get points. Like, I don't know, that's what you want. That's what you need.
Yeah,
so it's hard to trade people away. I'd be a terrible GM. I know it. But yeah, I would want to play Cowan. I'd want to play Quillen more. The last time they played Quillen, it was like 3 games ago, and they gave him 6 minutes in the night. Like, what are you doing? How is that helping him
growth.
Get better in this game?
There's no growth when you're 6 minutes a night. You're not even touching a puck. Maybe that shift.
I know. And then you look at Minten, who's in the top 6, and he is flourishing.
Yeah. Dude. I don't know.
That's why I think the coaching needs to go. You need someone who's going to focus more on helping the younger players grow. So you can combine someone like Matthews with younger players, Tavares with younger players, and Nylander. Like, because that's how you bridge the gap. And that's how you get through a season. And that's how you inject speed into your lineup.
Yeah, you definitely get a lot of speed. And I think, too, you think, obviously at this point, if they haven't bought into Craig Berube's system, how many times are we just going to keep saying the same thing and just having to like light a fire under their ass every single, like, there's only so much yelling you can do.
Not just like how bad his system is, like Nylander's actively playing against it. When he's out there, he doesn't dump and chase.
No,
and he's winning games for our team.
you need the Keefe style back, where it's just run and gun and just outscore every team.
Yeah,
with like just a little bit better defense.
That's the dream, man.
Well, the thing is too is that team flourished off the high cycle. They were so good at it. And Matthews would always be coming down. Nylander would always be coming and walking down Main Street with speed. Everyone would be back because they were in their defensive end, so they don't have good gap control. And those guys are skating fast in within their own zone, and we're able to either rip shot or defer over and get a good pass off. And they got so many goals off the high slot.
Yeah, and they were doing that a lot last night in the game.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they'd be low to high. So from like below the red line up to the defenseman on the blue line. The high forward would circle around and open up in the slot. And they'd be doing that.
I wonder if they're just doing it. And Berube's just like, I didn't teach that.
But like they got chances off of it. It worked well.
Yeah, no, it always works well. There's a lot of teams doing it. If you have the talent to do it, you do it.
And like that's what Nylander was doing all night.
Of course it was. Just going roamer.
And it worked. And like he was on one the last couple of games.
Yeah, the Calgary game. He's always on one against Calgary. He loves playing Calgary.
Well, that's because that's where his dad played.
Yeah.
And that's where he was born.
Yeah.
And every time he plays Calgary, like that's where he got his first hat trick against Calgary. But like he just loves playing. Like, again, I love this player. Actually, I never used to love this player.
It's true.
Ever since he held out, I kind of hated him for that.
Mm-hmm.
But he has grown on me the last couple of years, and in the playoffs when he was the actual one to show up.
Yeah.
But he shows up for the big games.
He shows up for big games.
The Las Vegas game, the first one, he had 2 points in his first 2 minutes of ice time. Then he got injured.
Yeah,
and you knew he was having a 4-point night.
And if he never gets injured, who knows where we're at right now? Because at least we're lightening up at that point.
Yeah, very true. And this Calgary game, he shows up for that. He knows it's a big game because that's his dad's old team. That's his hometown, kind of.
Yeah.
And he comes for the big games.
Yeah, it sure does.
I just wish the other players on his team would do that as well.
Yeah.
Because there was I don't know if it was a tweet or what. It was like, so the biggest game of the season, a playoff atmosphere, Vegas versus Leafs in Toronto. So just like always, Toronto doesn't show up and either is Marner.
That's a good quote.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. So since we're talking about injuries, Morgan Rielly gets injured in the Vancouver game. They won 3-2 in the shootout. Hasn't played since. There's no timeline on his return and what his injury is. The Leafs won all their games since he's been out. I don't know if it's coincidence or not, or like it's also when Nylander started coming back too. So
yeah, and
since Anthony Stolarz started playing well. But what I want to talk about is so the Leafs lost their director of sports science this year to the Penguins. What's his name? Dubas grabbed him over from the Leafs and brought him to the Pittsburgh Penguins. And since then, they haven't replaced him. And with this guy they had, his name was Rich Rottenberg, and before that it was Jeremy Bettel. Both doctors, they looked after the injuries and the health of the players and all that and ran the overview of all of it. And they have been in the lower tier of the league, like the least amount of man games lost with these guys there. And since they've not been there, they're 8th in the league right now with man games lost with 200. And it's like the first time we've seen Willie really injured in a season. And there's players like Tanev's out for the full season, and it feels like this team is cutting corners with not hiring people. And
when they have the biggest amount of money to like hire the best.
And they're not doing it. Like they could have kept these guys. If they gave them more money, or they could hire someone new at least to run this program.
Yeah. Well, you wonder too, like it is an Olympic year where everyone's playing.
Every team's playing, and they're still 8th with man games lost.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, the Leafs have one of the worst schedules of all the teams. Most back-to-backs and all that sort of stuff.
Still.
I know. Yeah. It's interesting, though. It's an interesting point. I'll have to message my boy, Trevor Bartoli, and see like what's going on, man. Not do your job.
But it's not just that position. They haven't got a director of player ops yet, or director of the Leafs, or whatever Shanahan was. They haven't rehired anybody.
Yeah, but they said they're not going to do that. They're just Scott Pelly's just going to do it.
But he doesn't know anything about hockey. He's never been.
Yeah, he's leaving it to the GM like it always used to be.
And look how that's going, Jack. That's what I'm trying to say.
So then you got to get rid of Tree Living and Berube is what you're saying.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
So there you go.
I think Berube should be gone, and I give Tree Living like one last kick of the can with this trade deadline.
And then he's tree dead.
Wow, Jack, that's morbid, dude.
As a coach or GM.
That's his job, not him.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I don't know. It just feels like it's more of a corporation kind of thing, and they're cutting corners. Nobody's liking how they're overpricing tickets now. Like how much did tickets go up for season ticket holders?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, why would you gouge your fans even more? And it was like more the upper bowl people instead of the like lower bowl. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
And it's $20 for a beer. Like, they're making so much money, and they can't hire to make this team better.
Yeah, and back to our point about Rielly being out, so and like us winning games before last night's game since 2020, we're 23-5-1 without Morgan Rielly.
Oh my god. To be fair, there is like a wonky stat about with Matthews being out and the Leafs winning as well.
Yeah, but they always do play well as a team without Matthews.
Like, to be honest, the last couple games, Myers hasn't looked bad.
Oh, wow, that's saying something because
yes.
you don't really like him.
Him and Benoit did not look bad together. Who else? Stetcher's always looked great his whole friggin'
That guy's
time
been
being
phenomenal.
Here.
Did you hear Wall's quote? Thank you, Edmonton, for giving us that guy.
I know I didn't.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And then he looked good last night against his old team.
Yeah.
This time he didn't score on his own net.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's an upgrade.
Well, that's what the goal was. Like, they sat him down. They're like, this time, all we want, just don't score on our own net. And he's like, I can do that.
Got it. Yeah. Writes it on his hand.
Every shit was oh.
But yeah, so like, and McCabe and Carlo played together. They shut down McDavid and Draisaitl. They held them to 0 points.
Unbelievable.
And then I think OEL was with Stetcher.
Beautiful.
So, and OEL's been amazing this year. So
yeah, that guy's just playing phenomenal hockey.
Like, it's not the best top six, or it's not the best six defensemen.
No.
They're working right now. We'll see what happens outside. What do you think is Rielly's future with this team?
Well,
he has a no movement clause.
I know, dude. We're giving out these no movement clauses like they're freaking hotcakes. It's why does everyone have a no movement clause? Like, only give those out to your very top players, I would say. And then other than that, you can always have a 7-list team of like potentials.
Yeah.
You know, like, you don't have to have a full no movement clause. Like, how about like have them a most one and then give them like 7 to 10 teams. Write them down. These are the teams that, you know, you're open for a trade for, because we all know the cycle of a contract, especially a long-term one, is that at the end of the contract, you probably won't be playing up to that contract anymore, especially as you age. And so I would say...
Can you name 3 guys that lived up to their extended contracts, like long-term contracts?
Yeah, Sidney Crosby.
His was 12 years, too.
Yeah.
So Sidney Crosby.
Like, how long are we talking? Like 8 years?
Yeah, an 8-year contract.
Okay. McDavid's.
Like, was it 8 years?
I'm pretty sure it was probably pretty high, because
I think by the end of it, he was playing above it.
11 seasons in the NHL, and probably Leon Draisaitl.
Oh yeah, his was undervalued for sure.
Yeah.
Would you say JT played up to his?
I would say Patrick Kane too. That guy's still putting up a lot of points.
Fair enough. Do you think JT lived up to his in Toronto?
I think, definitely. That's another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely another one. I thought he was still good at the end. It was tough, but like, he was still putting up the numbers.
Yeah, he was.
You can't, like, maybe he was slow, but you know, you look at his numbers and statistics, he wasn't that far off of being like what his contract was.
True. Yeah, he was consistent through the whole contract, and that's what they were paying him. So
yeah,
and he played like a second line center.
Yeah, and like, man, I do love Morgan Rielly as a person and leader of the team.
Man, I want him to play so well. Like, I
know,
want him to do well.
And I really do. And I just wish. I guess he was going after some money or whatever, but I wish he didn't sign for as much. But he was playing so well at that time that it's like, dude, you deserve it. That's a good contract. But it just hasn't aged well. And now it's the last 2 years. We can't have him as our number one D. It just he doesn't play up to that potential. He'd be a phenomenal second line defenseman. And if we signed him for, $4 or $5 million and like that's what he was doing out there, I think he would be great. And it would be nice to have him. I just don't see a world where this ends in Toronto. He has a no movement clause.
Yeah, and he has 3 seasons after this one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of years left.
Yeah.
And so
no movement, so he can't be sent down to the minors.
Yeah.
He has to agree to any trade. And if you saw the deal today with Artemi Panarin, who had a no movement clause, you get nothing back.
You got nothing. He basically said LA.
And they got like a B prospect and a 3rd round pick for like one of the best player in New York right now, basically.
Yeah.
So that's hard, man.
These no trade things are tough. You're almost like better off keeping the guy and trying to build him around him in a Panarin situation, because how many times are you going to land a player like Artemi Panarin on your team? So it's like that's what you wanted to build with. Yeah. Build around him. Don't trade him for nothing.
Yeah, or even if they didn't trade him for nothing, they're losing at the end of the season. Which was weird because they announced they weren't going to re-sign him to everyone. So everyone knows you have no leverage trading him either. Everybody knows there's a no movement clause and you're not signing him.
But again, you got to get like way ahead of that as management, just like with Mitch Marner. Like you get ahead of this like 2-3 years and be like, hey, like what's going on? While you're still value on your contract, because like we can sell you for 2 years before and still get
which they should have done. The biggest problem I've had with the Leafs, with trading, with signing, with all this crap, is being super indecisive and being very cowardly.
Very cowardly. The player's always winning.
Yeah. And like they weren't bold with any trades. There was always a safe bet. And just like, it never worked out.
It's like they hand the player something and they're just like, what do you want? Write it down. We'll give you most of it.
Well, actually, we're thinking more. Do you want more?
Oh, I see you only put like a 17. Do you want a full no movement clause? How about we give you another 3 years at that price? And they're like, really? It's like, I know you're 33, but like, how about we do a 7-year contract instead of
also here's the keys to my car. Here's the keys to my car.
Also, we have this voucher for free steak at the steakhouse. We'll throw that in too.
Man, and it's the same with their trades and their signings too. They're just bland, and they're small and they're soft and they don't big game hunt. They don't try to. They don't make the bold trades. Like look at Colorado last year. Their goaltending was trash. Yeah. They got 2 goalies within a month to switch around their season.
Yeah, and that trade with Rant, they knew they were losing Rantanen, and they got Nietzsche, and that guy's incredible.
And that's a big, bold move that looked stupid at the time.
I didn't think it was that stupid because I was pretty aware of Nietzsche's game in Carolina. That guy was nasty.
I didn't realize he was that good, but also Carolina, you do play a more defensive team game, so your points don't look as great next to it.
Yeah, and that team's more of a system as well. They're not as free-flying.
Yeah. And then being beside McKinnon, it'd be like being tied to a rocket.
Yeah, and he's fast too. They're both fast, and now they're just ripping up the ice together. And it's like, how do you keep up with that?
I can't.
They're like tossing sauces over each other, and both of them come one-time pucks, and it's like, okay.
So it's actually amazing to watch. But like this trade deadline coming up, the freeze is on now for 3 weeks. So this trade deadline coming up, what I want the Leafs to be decisive in what they want, sellers, and being bold with what they're getting rid of. Like McMahon's gone. Do you trade Lawton and maybe have like a handshake deal where maybe he comes back in the offseason? Can you do that? Is that legal? But and then you trade, and then you're not worried about trading players. Like, is Carlo gone? Is OEL gone? Then do you call up Villeneuve or Cade Weber or any of these defensemen that you want to see, or like Thrun even? He's a younger guy, and you bring these guys up and try them out to see if they're actually good instead of just giving them 6 minutes in one game and be like, oh, you're benched again, and you're going to sit in the box, and now I can go back down to the AHL. And like, what is going on with Cowan? Why is he not in the AHL right now? Like, it just boggles my mind sometimes.
Yeah, they always do. Yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool to see the young players get a chance, like an actual fighting chance.
And I don't think Brube's the coach for that.
No. What you could do too is you could do. Who's the Marlies coach now?
Oof, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I know Steve Sullivan was the assistant coach down there before he came up.
Yeah, you could hire him because he knows all the players.
And Leafs actually have had a good track record with assistant coaches. Spencer Carberry, the one in Washington right now, was an ex Leafs assistant coach.
Well, and the one that went to Seattle.
Yeah, Malhotra. No, Lane Lambert, the one that went to Seattle. He's not doing bad right now. I think they're in a playoff spot.
Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, you kind of got to get it. If you get a guy in there, if you're bringing a lot of the Marlies players up, you get a guy in there that knows a lot of the Marlies players, like Keefe knew McMahon and all those guys. And so when we brought them up, it was like a better transition.
Yeah, I get that, but I want newish blood. I just want someone younger who understands the dynamic between a younger player more than an older guy would, like an old talking head.
Well, you look at what the Capitals did with their coach, brand new guy in the system, and that guy's phenomenal.
That's our ex-assistant coach in Toronto.
Wait, he was with us?
Yes, that Spencer Carberry was our old assistant coach.
We gave that guy up?
Yes, we did.
Son of a beasting, man. Why?
I don't know.
Why do we keep giving these people? Anybody that leaves Toronto just flourishes.
Literally. Except Sheldon Keefe right now. I feel kind of bad for him.
Yeah.
New Jersey's not doing well.
Yeah, well, some of their players were a little dated.
You mean some of their players are dating Tate McRae? Is that what you're saying?
No, like just older. Like you look at Dougie Hamilton and like their best hockey's behind them. You know, it's like it was good 4 years ago.
Dougie Hamilton just went on a 10-game point streak.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, after he got healthy scratched, he came back and then went on a 10-game point streak.
Nice, good for him.
Yeah, both Hugheses are injured.
Yeah, well, it seems like they're just struggling with injuries then.
They always are, but like that's a problem in itself as well. Durability is an ability, Jack.
You can't spell durability without ability.
Mine was better. You just made it way worse. But yeah, so actually, we got off track here because we were talking about the Leafs and their injury-prone status.
Let's go into an in-depth analysis of the New Jersey Devils and why they're getting injured.
No, I don't want to do that.
No?
I don't even know their assistant coach's name, man. So the Leafs had a 6-game skid before this 3-game winning streak, dropping them 7 points out of the playoff spot, the last wildcard spot. They have 25 games left. So if they win 20 of these 25 games, they'll be at 103 points, basically a guaranteed spot. So basically, they have to go 20-5 their last 25 games. So that's an 800 point winning an 800% or 0.800 winning percentage.
Yeah.
How doable do you think that is?
So
4 to 5 games.
St. Louis Blues.
Ugh.
Craig Berube.
You're just saying words.
They did it.
They did in 2019 with a hot goalie and a star defenseman.
Yeah.
We only got one of those.
Yeah.
And he's only been hot for 1 game. He's got to be hot for the next half of those 25 games, basically.
So we're going to put Willie on defense. And then we got to start a defenseman.
We should trade for Marner.
And put him on D.
Yes. Some people always say, like in another life, Mitch Marner is like Quinn Hughes. Is like another Quinn Hughes.
As D.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. There was like talks of him going to D. That would have been so much fun. I would have liked to see it for an exhibition game.
Yeah. And what do you think of him playing center in Las Vegas? This is what I mean. Like, the Leafs are they're bland. Like, they won't even try anything bold. They tried Rielly in preseason, and they hated it.
Yeah, and they hated it. And we didn't even get to be the judge of that.
Yeah.
But I think Marner's defensively responsible. And so, yeah, you put him center. The guy can skate. He can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
And he gets more puck touches as centerman.
So good idea.
Well, like, why not try? And
I know,
then,
right?
And then now your lines are more balanced because you have Mitch Marner as a centerman.
But I guess if you had a 1-2 punch of Matthews and JT, you don't really give that up. You didn't need to,
right? Like, there was no urge to do it, so they didn't have to. But it's worth exploring to see how it goes.
No, yeah, I agree.
Because then what if it does well, and now you got Matthews, Marner, and JT down the middle. Move JT to third line, and then it's like, if each one of them, Babcock way back in the day said each one of them should be able to carry their own line. So if we can get them all going, nobody will be able to touch us because we'll have 3 crazy lines.
Wouldn't it have been nice if he wasn't such a douche?
Yeah.
And actually coached his team well.
Yeah, well, that was the plan. The original Shanna plan.
Bringing his old coach.
Bringing Babcock and lead us to a Stanley Cup within, 10 years?
Yeah. And he's turned out to be a trash human.
Yeah. Pretty early in the process.
Yeah, and kind of ruined the relationship between Marner and the Leafs. A lot of players. Spezza.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we have the rest period coming up. We got 3 weeks off here. Nice JT, I think they're gonna be better for it. But players going to the Olympics, I think we already talked about this, didn't we? Players going to the Olympics, OEL, Matthews, and Nylander, which is exciting. None playing for Team Canada though. So I just want them to play well, but when they play Team Canada, they play bad.
Yeah.
Here's a fun fact for you. So the Leafs didn't get a power play for 180 minutes. 2 full games, 9 periods of hockey. They did not have a power play.
I just don't know how, with the data that's out there, you can't put a complaint into the league and make a formal complaint and say, like, hey, like, something's wrong here.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty crazy because they have the least amount of power play opportunities this whole year. And they've been in the bottom part of the league since Matthews came into the league, basically.
Yeah. So somebody's got to look at that and be like, okay, something's happening here.
And it's not, you can't be like, oh, it's the way the Leafs play, because they've had so many different types and styles since Matthews came in. Like, it can't be just that, like, this is the way they play, because they played run and gun, they played defensively, they played every way you could since then.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It frustrates the heck out of me because how can you win games when you're not getting opportunities like power play, where it's your best opportunity to get a goal?
So the Leafs won last night 5-2. One was an empty netter. And then the other 2 goals that they were winning by were power play goals.
Yeah.
They got only 2 power play opportunities last night. It was a 5-on-3. They scored on that. And they scored after the 5-on-3 and the 5-on-4.
There's another stat out there that says Leafs have had the least amount of 5-on-3s for like the last 5 years.
I'm pretty sure this is only the second one they've had this year.
Yeah. And,
okay, so guess who is first with the most power play opportunities?
Florida.
Nice guess, Jack. They have 201 to our 133. Almost 70 more.
That's wild. That is so much.
And they've played 1 less game.
Yeah. And their team's not that much better than Toronto's.
Not this year either.
No. That's the league trying to help them as much as they can.
And they are one of the dirtiest teams. So I don't know if they're gaming the system, as in because there's game management and they take a lot of penalties and the refs are supposed to make it equal. That's why they get so many penalties called on their side as well.
Mm-hmm.
or it's because Colin Campbell is a high executive in the NHL. His son is the assistant GM at Florida Panthers, and he is trying to help his son's team out because there's evidence before of him doing this when Gregory Campbell was playing in the league for Boston.
And it's not even that. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're even trying to hide it.
So
you look at some of the hits and suspensions and things that should have been given out to Florida. It makes no sense. Florida would go in there, punch a guy in the head, come out of the scrum, and they have a power play.
So I'm guessing you didn't see what happened tonight. Boston and Florida are playing, and McCoy is coming through the neutral zone. And some Florida McAvoy. What did I call him?
McCoy.
Oh my God, I'm not even close. McAvoy is coming through the neutral zone, and Florida Panther jumps, elbows him in the head, injures him. He gets 2 minutes for a legal check to the head. That's it. And Boston gets 2 for roughing and an unsportsmanlike, and Florida's on the power play.
Unreal.
Yeah. And it's the most no-brainer 5-minute penalty I've seen in my life.
Unreal.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I don't know, man. It just frustrates the heck out of me when I see that stuff.
Oh, yeah. And now they're missing a star defenseman for the Olympics now because of it.
Yeah. That's brutal.
He would have been on their probably top pair.
Yeah.
You don't think so? Maybe second? I think he's a decent player. I like him.
Yeah, but you got Hughes and Faber.
Faber's not playing.
On the Team USA?
You think he's going to be in the first pair?
Yeah, he literally was the best defense. It was either him or Slavin that were like unreal in the Four Nations.
Oh, Slavin was. Rowensky?
Oh, Zach Werenski, yeah.
McAvoy.
So what is it? Werenski and Quinn Hughes in the top pair?
And that's just too much offensive power, I think. I think you need a Slavin there. But I think Slavin's injured right now. I don't even know if he's going.
That's good for us.
Yeah. He was sick.
That guy was so good.
I don't think Jake Sanderson's on the team. Seth Jones is on the team. I don't know why.
They
actually have a stacked D, though. What?
Isn't Seth Jones injured now?
Right, he's injured too. And they still didn't take Adam Fox. Their team is so dumb.
Nate Hudson, Adam Fox, didn't take any of them.
So the Leafs actually scored on their last 3 power play opportunities. The last one was Seattle, and then now 9 periods later, they get against the Edmonton Oilers, and it gets them the win. Crazy, I know.
Yeah, the power play, though, has been so much better since Savard left.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the movement, the goals of what you're trying to do out there. It looks like they're trying to do plays. It just
they're way scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zone entries better, everything.
I know. So we'll go on to player of the week now. Mine is Nylander. Since he's been back, he has 4 points, a goal and 3 assists, and a shootout goal against Vancouver, which was pretty sick. Him and Matthews actually made the goalie look silly, which was awesome. He single-handedly won the Calgary game. He was the only one actually looking like he wanted to play it. The rest of the team was sleepwalking, I think, waiting either for Edmonton or for the break. I don't know. And he's making his line look way better. JT now has 2 points since Nylander's been back. Michelle's got 3 goals since he's been back. 3 goals in 3 games. And he's just a guy who gets up for the games. That's what I love about him. He gets up for those big games that he knows he needs to get up for. And he is a guy who takes games off. It's easy to see. Everybody sees it. Or takes shifts off. But when he's on, he is so dialed. And he could honestly be a top 5 player if he was dialed all the time.
I know. He really could be. But
you get what you get.
Yeah, exactly. Nice.
Who's your player?
I'll go Michelli because I think that guy's been playing really well. He just looks really good with the puck, creating some chances. Some of the passes he makes are just world class. It's good to see him because there's been a lot of times during the year where it's rough with him. And
he was healthy scratched.
Yeah, and you're really oh my gosh, But you see all this upside potential with this guy that if he could dial in, he's got a lot of talent, and he's kind of showing that now. And looks like he's shooting a little bit more, and that's why he's scoring. So, and we weren't aware of his shot until that one game against Winnipeg when, he goes in, snipes, and that was your like big goal that you wanted to honorable mention because there was other big goals that week. But yeah, and then so now it's like, okay, this guy's got a shot and he's a good playmaker, and now you're really starting to see the shot more. And I think he's just becoming more and more dangerous. And I like that line of Tavares, him, and Willie.
Yeah, and I think Willie, he is a lot like you're talking about. Then they each need to drive their own line.
Yeah,
he is now a bona fide line driver.
Yep, and and he should be. If you sign him for that, like the guys you sign for those, they need to drive their own line. Yeah, sorry.
No, you're right. Don't be sorry, Jack, man. Yeah. But the upside of Michelli too, he's only 26 years old. Like he's just coming into his prime.
That's what I mean. And properly coach, put him in the right situations, and what he's good at, what he's not, and have him do it every single game and get more consistency out of him. Great.
So I was thinking if we trade McMahon, we move Nyes up to the top line when he's fully healed.
Yeah.
Or we move, I'd say even Cowan. I think we trade Waugh or Roy, put Quillen in the third line or fourth line spot, full time.
Love that.
And then we trade some Ds, and we either bring up Villeneuve or Thrun or like literally any younger defensemen that we're going to use at some point.
Finally give Rafai even. A chance.
He's older though. I think he's like late 20s. I think he's 28 or 29.
Yeah, it's still though. I'd like to see him.
But yeah, we need to do something, I guess.
No, I agree. I just like to see some new faces there, and just again, you get a young guy that's hungry and they skate game in and game out. Just be nice to see.
Oh yeah, and like Quillen was playing that way. He injected speed into the lineup, and he was ripping for that puck every chance he got.
Yeah.
So I don't know. So the last thing is the goal of the week. I want to give it to Troy Stetcher. He scores an awesome goal against Calgary, where he looked like Cale Makar out there with the backhand move.
Yeah.
And you just saw how excited he was scoring. He doesn't score a lot of goals. Yeah. It's awesome seeing him score. And Willie just playing Willie styles. And Matthews also getting in on it. Just a nice, wholesome goal I like to see.
Nice. I like it. I don't have one.
That's fine by me, Jack. Do you have anything else you want to talk about this week?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, if you listened this long, thanks for listening to me and Jack. Get a little hopeful about the Leafs' future, and hopefully they can turn this season around. And I guess there's one question left, Jack. Are we back again?
No.
We are not back again.
Every time I say we're back, we go on the 6-game losing skid. So I'm never saying we're back again. And and go Team Canada.
Let's go Team Canada. So for the week ahead, play hard and have fun.
Play hard, have fun.
Yeah.